All right, boys and girls. I'm not gonna dig in too deep with the whole betting debacle that we're sitting in right now, because at the end of the day, if you've been watching my channel, I've been crying about the rigging for about 2.5, 3 years, because that's when it started really getting obvious. I mean, there's people out there. There's few people out there that don't really bet like that, or maybe they're trolls and they say that there's no rigging in sports. I mean, you have athletes getting caught rigging. You got athletes getting caught telling their friends to take the under while they fake injuries. Michael Porter, the brother of Jonte Porter, he even said over the summer, he said, "What's wrong if you do that every once in a while?" He even admitted it. We know about Rozier. We've been knew about Rozier. You got Beasley about to go down. It's out in the open, so you can't really say that there's no rigging, because people are being arrested for it. They're being arrested for it. They're taking plea deals for it. They're cooked. You see what I'm saying? There's really no defending it. But the thing is, if you've been betting or you've been playing DFS and you've been using real money, you know, 10, 25, $50, $100, 150. If you're putting in them types of bets every night, you notice everything. So you know something's wrong. Rigging is the rigging that is put out front and center is the tip of the iceberg, because it's worse than what you think it is. I could promise you that. I could promise you that. Not gonna sit here and cry for 30 minutes about it. Not gonna do a whole video. I've been I've been I've been playing DFS. I've been betting since 2015. Almost every day since 2015. You it's quite obvious what's happening. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this slate. It's only a 7 game slate. Gonna try to breeze right through it. You got Cade Cunningham up top, 10K. Fire his ass up. Trae Young against Orlando. Listen, scores this season have been astronomical. I do know that there's been a few overtime and double overtime games, but even with the Orlando and Miami game, that first quarter was like 30-30 or some shit like that. Like it was a high scoring game. So I'm expecting all these games to be a high scoring now. Fire up Trae Young. Donovan Mitchell's in play. Ja, the fuck's wrong with Ja now? Let's see what's going on with Ja. Ja is Ja is questionable to play. Monster game, ankle injury. Okay. All right, so we'll keep our eye open on Ja Morant. All right. So we got Brunson in play going up against Boston. Derek White's in play. Looks a lot better with no Tatum on the court. Our man Thompson going up against his brother, 77. That's a fine. It's a fine price. You just got to keep in mind that they're running Thompson at point, but they're playing through Sengun. They're playing through Sengun, and they got KD on the court with them. Whenever he calls for the ball, he's going to get the ball. Whenever they need to score, they're going to give the ball to KD. Whenever they need to settle down, they're going to give the ball to KD. So it's a lot of points, rebounds, and assists to go around. So Amen Thompson is a good play. He's not the play to me that he was last season when he did a lot of the heavy lifting. Now Sengun took a step up. KD's there. Thompson is just a good play to me. He's not a must play like he used to be. Cooper Flag against Washington, he's fine. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I mean, never mind. We'll get there in a second. I was gonna say something about AD, but we're gonna get there. We'll get there eventually. Jordan Poole at 7K, not really interested in him. Castle, I don't mind. Pritchard at 66. If he starts, he's an okay play. McCullum is fine, 6.5. Daniels is fine. This is Davion Mitchell. I'll pass. Suggs, you can take a shot. Russell off the bench, no thank you. Carrington, 5,200, no thank you. Clarkson if you're desperate. The rest of these guys I'll pass on. Like if you've been watching my show or you've been watching my channel, you know I really don't get into the value plays earlier on into the day. Value comes alive, you know, when starting lineups come out or when injury news come out closer to the games. So if you're a real hardcore player, you know you got to really pay attention to get those value pieces. Let's go to shooting guard. They got KD at shooting guard. What a time to be alive. KD's in play. Norman Powell's in play. Cam Thomas, you know, Cam Thomas. Look, Brooklyn's playing for nothing. Cam Thomas is scoring dependent, and sometimes you got to make the difficult choices in life. And I think I'm gonna pass on Cam Thomas. I did play him the first game where he put up 35 fantasy points. You need him to go crazy. These scores, these last 3 days or the first 3 days of the NBA, these scores have been sensational. We need scores. I don't need Cam Thomas to maybe give me 30 points. We need ultra points. You see what I'm saying? Bane is in play. I like that matchup. Murphy's in play. Simon 6.3. He's in play. Did he start? I think he came off the bench. I don't mind him, but I'm not going to be doing cartwheels to get him in my lineup. Herbert Jones, I'll pass. We'll keep eyeing on Levert. Klay Thompson, I'm going to pass. Lonzo Ball is on a minutes restriction, I'll pass. The rest of you guys, I'm going to pass on. For now. Till we get more information. Let's go to small forward. Jaylen Brown, listen. This is, Jaylen Brown is the Finals MVP. He's what else is he? He has some other accolade I can't remember. But the point is, this is his season to show us who he is. He's been playing with Tatum. They make a sensational 1-2 punch. He's a world champion. Absolutely, you can't take anything away from Jaylen Brown. He's a all-star. He's a top tier player. But this is his time to show who the fuck he is. He's a have or he's a have not. So I'm expecting big numbers out this guy. So fire his ass up with all that being said. Franz Wagner is too cheap. Aldama's an okay play at that price. Vassal 6,500. Man, you're playing with a god. You're playing with Wemby. I'm gonna be very careful playing teammates of Wemby because Wemby is gonna have nights that he's gonna do some things. You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna take away from the other players. Who's this? Miles Bridges. Mikal, my bad. Mikal might start off hot, and you might think that you're on your way to a takedown. Then he fucking just cools off. He gets lost in these games sometimes. If he's my last man in, fine, but I'm not trying to force Mikal in my lineup. Andrew Wiggins is another one that gets lost sometimes. He's an okay play if he's your last man in at 5,800. Jabari Smith, 55. He's like the fourth option out there in Houston. Last man in, fine. Richard Sher, like his price is coming down. His price was too high. Washington, his price went up 2K. He's in play if he starts at 5K. He was 3K. He was 3K and wasn't even 100% owned. I'm pretty sure people didn't even know that he was 3K. Who the fuck is scrolling all the way down to 3K to look for PJ Washington? Eason had 26 fantasy points. When the fuck that was last season? Because that first game, he looked like he didn't never dribble a ball before. So Easton is not a bad play, but I'm not going to be forcing him in my lineup. Let me just see something. Okay, where are we? We're at Easton. Easton, I'll pass. Keldon, I'll pass. Jaquez off the bench. No, thank you. Cam Whitmore. He didn't start. I don't think he started. I think he came off the bench. Let me see what Cam Whitmore did real quick. Hold on. Uno momento. Let me just see something. All right, we got Washington. Let me see. Where is Washington? We have Washington against the Bucks. And Whitmore played 19 minutes, 14, 5, and 1. 14, 5, and 1. So 20 minutes. You're going to get 20 minutes out of Cam Whitmore. How much is he? 4,400. Not the worst play in the world. He's fine. All right. Anybody else? Najee Marshall, 3,700. He's fine. Rest of these guys don't really stand out to me. All right, we're about to go to power forward. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell. Thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, NBA is too hard for you. You need help. You want me to send you my finalized optimal updated lineups right before lock? No problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else is in the description. And yeah, let's go to power forward. Let me speed this up. All right, we got AD. Okay, what I was gonna say about AD is like I never seen AD in a game and look overmatched. Wemby made him look like a little bitch. I'll be honest with you. All right, let's continue. Sengun, probably a little bit too cheap for his role. Zion's in play. Cat's in play. Banchero's in play. Who else is here? Mobley's in play. I love the power forwards. I love the bigs. I love bigs that can shoot. I love aggressive bigs that are under the basket. Easy rebounds. Some of them give you assists. Obviously scores, put back, stuff like that. Some of these guys, all these guys can hit threes. So these are like this is like my favorite bunch of guys to power forward. Sengun, AD, Zion, Cat, Banchero, Mobley, all in play. Jalen Johnson in play. Jaren Jackson's an okay play. He's my least favorite. Bam is an okay play. Porzingis, not really interested in him, but he's in play. Michael Porter playing for nothing out there in Brooklyn. OG, if he's in, he's an okay play. He looks better with no Josh Hart. I'm gonna pass on Josh Hart. Josh Hart has some games where he's just out there running around with fingers in his ass. I ain't got time for that. I need a big win tonight. You see what I'm saying? So I can't play guys like Josh Hart if I'm looking for a big win. You never know what you're gonna get. Middleton 6.3. I'm not really high on. I've heard through the wire that people were high on Middleton for that first game. I really don't give two fucks about Chris Middleton. 6.3K. He could go to hell. Who else is here? Matter of fact, I got Washington's. I got their scores up anyway. Their stats. So he played 28 minutes, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Chris Middleton. There's nothing revolutionary about that to me, so I'll pass on Chris Middleton. If he's my last guy in, I'll probably be shitting bricks the whole night. All right, Tobias Harris. Not interested in him. He's another one that gets lost in the sauce. Obviously, we're gonna need some mid-range. If that's what your lineup needs, and you need a 6K player, Middleton, Wiggins, Tobias aren't bad plays. I'm just not gung ho to get them in my lineup. You feel me? All right. Does anybody down here stand out? No. So I'll just wait for value. Now let's go to center and let's wrap this bad boy up. Wemby's 11.3K. Shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm shoving Wemby all the way up my ass till I can't breathe. Pause. Fire up Wemby. Sengun at power forward is clutch. Fire his ass up. Again, I know I said it once. I'm saying it again. DOESNT is fine. SAR is 7-3. The fuck does SAR do? SAR played 25 minutes. You think I'm paying 7.3K for a center, a second year center that's gonna play 25 fucking minutes? Fuck out of here. Who else is here? All right, Jared Allen is a fade for me. I've watched him sit on a court for 37 minutes and I've seen him run away from rebounds. I've watched him run away from rebounds, so I don't even wanna touch that guy. Claxton, Carter, Ware are in play. Rest of these guys I'm gonna pass on for now. If there's no Gafford, Lively looks better, but I don't even think Lively finished that first game. And that's what he's known for. He's known for not finishing games. I'm gonna pass on that. Steven Adams, if you're desperate, 4.3K, price came up a little bit. And I think that's about it. So like I said, you're gonna have to be patient, wait for that value to pop up. And I think this slate kind of builds itself. It's not too crazy with 12 games, not too small with 2 games. Your room for error on a 2-game slate is very high. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, very low. You have no room for error. You get nowadays on a 2-game slate, you got to get every piece right, or you're not cashing. You feel me? But on a 7-game slate, you got a little bit more wiggle room. But you got to know who to prioritize. You absolutely have to know who to prioritize and wait for your value and pay attention. And that's all I got for you. So I'm going to go on and get out of here. I appreciate y'all taking time to watch the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you need help with NBA, NFL, check out the Patreon link in the description. It's kind of underpriced right now, but you'll see when you check it out. Check out the channel membership right here on YouTube. And I'm about to go get something to eat. I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.